Hey guys, what's going on today? This is Dalsoo with Dalsoo Plays, and we're back with a sort of brand new series, not entirely new, with the Endless Legends Tempest expansion. We had been playing a game as the Morgawr, and I had to sort of take a step back and reflect on sort of all the mistakes that I made. And it's because I hadn't played Endless Legends in quite a while, so I went back and I played a whole game through just by myself off camera, which is something that I really like to do with every game that I Let's Play because it makes me not look like such an idiot. But I don't always have time to do that. Anyway, I just kind of fell in love with this game all over again, playing it with a new expansion, and I decided let's give it a real go. Let's give it a real sort of advanced level playthrough. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to end the old series. It was like 7 episodes, 8 episodes. It was a good sort of introduction to the basics of the Morgawr, but I made a lot of really just basic mistakes that I'm not going to make on this episode, hopefully. So we're going to just start over. And we are going to play as the Morgawr because I think that's sort of what everyone is most interested in. They do kind of have some pretty big weaknesses at this point in the game. Mainly their lack of a serious land army is almost not game breaking, but it's very, very difficult to overcome, and you have to really, really rush the ocean resources in order to make playing as the Morgawr worth it, because you can get a huge amount of bonuses from the ocean resources, but in terms of it balancing out the game, I'm not sure if it does 100%, but I think that we can overcome it through minor faction units that we sort of beef up and stuff like that. I think we can overcome it. Anyway, I wasn't even thinking about that in the last game I played, and I just totally was gonna get wrecked, so anyway, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start as a Pangea, pretty much everything, all basic. I do, as always, turn off the... Let's see. Yeah, I always turn off the score victory because I don't really appreciate score victories. Anyway, other than that, everything's the same. It's going to be small. I should probably change it to something different than Pangea, though. Since I'm waterborne... Let's just leave it on Pangea. Yeah, let's leave it on Pangea. We'll go ahead and get started with that. So my strategy is going to be totally different in this playthrough if you watched the last one. Basically what I'm going to be doing is really focusing hard on getting those sea tiles, the sea zones, totally under my control, with all the sea fortresses locked down as early as possible, because I have this huge advantage as the Morgawr of starting with all these ocean-going techs and vessels and stuff like that. So in order to capitalize on that fully, you really have to skip the intro video. You really need to rush those fortresses, get them on lockdown, have all the resources that they're giving you, just in order to make playing as the Morgawr even worth it. Now, what I was doing last time was kind of focusing on building these little crappy units that we get. What are they called? Masterminds. These guys are just not very good unless you really, really beef them up, which I did not do in the last one. They're basically a support unit, and that's your only land unit that you get. So I'm really going to need to sort of take advantage of minor factions and stuff if I want to be successful here. Alright, let's take a look at our starting zone here. Turn on some of these things. So what I like to do is usually use the settler and just take a look at what the FIDS readout is. 14 production is pretty good to start off with. It's not terribly good on the food, though. I could sort of opt for more food. What's important with the Morgawr is to get sea tiles. So whatever gives me the most sea tiles is probably what's going to be the most, the best play here. Even though I don't start out quite as strongly as I could, this would give me some extra science off the bat, which would be nice. Okay, before we do that, let's go ahead and do our due diligence here and separate out our units so that we can get a bit of a peek at what might be up here. Okay, that was not really super helpful. Just starting out, though, we have both strategic resources. That's really huge. We also have emeralds. Emeralds are not my favorite because I don't plan on letting my cities get to the point where fortification is super important. I'm not going to let their armies anywhere near me, but, considering I'm playing as the Morgawr, it might be a good idea to sort of shift my playstyle to get more fortification, because, I'm not going to have a great land army. There's not really much else I can do with this mastermind. I guess what I could do is sort of move him into the sea tile. Yeah, I can. Okay, good. So we've already encountered the first fort, the first sea fort, which right now isn't that great. It's giving you 1 science, 1 influence, and 1 gold. Still, that's, you know. And then this is going to open up to something else later. So we want that. But right now we're really just trying to scout. So let's come land over here. All right, so we got these ranged guys. They also have a bonus to attack, which is, you know, not the best bonus that you can get in the game. So we have 2 glass steel deposits. That's a pretty good start, man. Yeah, I mean, I can beef up these archers to where they're pretty strong, I think. And they can sort of make the bulk of my starting army, maybe, if I play my cards right. This is also a kind of intriguing area up here because it's got a river and it's got some lake tiles, which I think the game, you know, the Morgawr can use just as effectively as regular old sea tiles. But anyway, I think that this is going to be our best bet. It's a nice natural harbor. We can expand out this way and grab palm trees for some more food. We can also sort of build burrows down the coast, burrows, however you say it, and grab more ocean tiles, because ocean tiles are really key. So what I want to do now is, well, I'd like to grab this first without using my action point. Can I separate out the hero? Detach leader here. Grab that. Okay, we got 30 dust to start off with. Not a bad start, although we are just like hemorrhaging money, but we haven't founded our city yet, so let's see what happens. The reason we're losing so much money is because we have 4 different armies fielded right now. So that's not great. Okay, boom. So there's our first city called Somaj. Alright. And Somaj is, I mean, it's not off to a really great start by any chance. Because it's only got 9 production, 9 food with a worker on the food. So it's not fantastic, but listen, it's going to be okay because we're going to sort of snowball here. Particularly using these sea tiles. And, you know, 10 science off the bat, or 9 science is not that bad. We obviously going to probably start with the Founders Memorial. It's just 2 to everything. It's a nice basic building. I do wish I could build it a little faster. I could shift this guy to here. You know what? I'm going to probably do that. I think that this is more important than getting that extra guy, because the extra guy is going to give me 4 of something, right? The Founders Memorial is giving me 4 of 2 of everything, so equals 8 plus the influence. So yeah, let's do that way. And what are we going to research first? This is very important. I have kind of shitty production, so I think Mill Foundry is a safe first bet. I almost always go with Mill Foundry. That's just kind of the basic building that I like to start off with because it's all about snowballing, right? You want to snowball with that extra, what is it? Sorry, that extra 6 plus 10%, 6 plus 15%. So that's another 7 or 8 production for me. That's, you know, going to almost double my production right off the bat. So that is a crucial building. Okay, now, as far as our hero goes, does he have any redeeming qualities for his city management skills? He actually doesn't have any skills right now at all. And there's really no opening skills that are gonna... He doesn't have any of the faction skills that help us. I mean, this is going to help us in the long term when we have our navy going on and all that kind of stuff. But right now, I'd really rather have like a +2 to city production or something like that. And he doesn't have any of that kind of stuff readily available. So he's probably going to remain as a sort of mobile guy. I'm not going to insert him into the city or anything like that. Let me just make sure. I might have misinterpreted this. Because they do have some kind of bonuses here. Yeah, okay, so he would actually add influence to the city. And is that worth it? Is it worth it putting him in there? You know, I might put him in there just for the fact that he's costing me money to have out. Let's do it. Let's assign him. I could use the extra influence, I suppose. Really, only 1 influence extra. 0 from hero capacity. You're supposed to give me influence. Oh, it's +2 influence per person. So I have to actually assign a person there. And +1%. +1%. It's not doing anything. Anyway, let's use these remaining units. Now we got positive on the money. We're going to use these remaining units to scout around. We can use the river to our advantage when scouting because you can zip up and down the river really, really quickly. Okay, that's going to do it for our first turn. Let's go. Good first turn. All right, we're going to get our faction quest here, which is going to be to research Vor. It's obviously all going to be ocean-based. I don't know if I really want Vor right off the bat, although I was, saying that my strategy was going to be Silics are great. I love Silics. My strategy is going to be taking these things, so maybe I should research Vor a little sooner. I researched it very early in the last game. It didn't really do a great job. See how fast I can move up these rivers? It's amazing. Can really get a feel for what's around me. Do I want to continue up this way? It doesn't matter where it moves. We'll decide next time. Too bad there's no river over here for you to scoot through. If you get there, then you can get out of the forest next turn. Come through here, I guess. Okay, there's not really anything else to do on the second turn. The turns 3 through 7 are always kind of just scouting. So let's... Again, I really wish I could find a river for him. I could cross, but I can't get out over there. Okay. So he's going to be a slow scout. This guy, on the other hand, this seems to be the quickest way. Let's go up here. Get a feel for the landscape. Alright, we got yellow up there, it looks like. See how fast we can move, man? It's amazing. Scout. Oh, can scout faster than anybody else. We will have to start worrying about minor factions roaming around and trying to kill us pretty soon. Alright, nothing else doing there. Our Founder's Memorial, we could probably skip one turn with 39 gold. I'm going to do that. It's very important to get that done as soon as possible. What a shitty scout we've got over here because he's got no river. He can come around to this river though. This looks like a pretty appealing expansion point. Right here, I'd have a prairie and what's the anomaly? It's on Rumbling Stones, +4 to Rumbling Stones on production, +4 on 2 to food and +4 to science. This is a pretty good spot right here. Plus I'd have 2 water tiles. I'd have the ability to build a burrow here and grab more water tiles. So that's looking like a pretty healthy second expansion spot. It also has another glass steel, so I'd have 3 glass steel. Pretty nice. I'd like to see what's over here too, but I was following the river instead of what needed to actually be checked out. But we can follow back down here. We see we've got red over here. That's going to be the, the Mezari, right? They've got pretty good archers. They are good at using strategic resources to their advantage. So we're going to have to deal with them. We're going to want some cavalry to be able to deal with them. So probably the Dorgeshi, which is our second expansion spot. Perfect. That'll work out. Okay, I'm liking that. Alright, let's finish up this Founder's Memorial and also our research. I'm going to minimize that for right now. Take a look at... well, no, actually we'll do this first. It's obviously going to be Mill Foundry. I would love to just be able to skip ahead and buy it, but we don't have nearly enough gold. If we could maybe find some gold here, that would be great. Let's try it. Yes, we found some, but not enough. Anyway, it'll cut a few turns off for sure. Our second pop. I think we get the second pop in one turn and then focus them both on the Founder Memorial. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, not the Founder's Memorial, the Mill Foundry. Okay, what's going to be researched second? There's so many things we need right now. But mostly, I'm suffering from food. I'm suffering from lack of science. But we got to consider, whatever it is, it's going to be the next thing that we build. So what should the next thing that we build be after Mill Foundry? That's the question. And the obvious answer is either not the mint, but the seed storage, which is +10 food, +15% food. Or the public library. 10 science, right? That would double our science. It's going to just keep going up in cost. If we don't get this early, we're going to fall behind. I really want to keep up on science, so let's grab that. Okay, now, continue to follow this river, or should I start to maybe head back and explore this area? It's going to take a lot longer to get back down here, but no, it's not. There's actually this river here. Okay, so if I follow this river down, I'll be able to explore some more. And I think I want to head for this guy right here. All right, good. Let's go ahead and end the turn there. Okay, I'd like to use this guy to sort of see if I can grab any cash anywhere. Unfortunately, he's super slow when he doesn't have a river. There's a river. That's a third AI, an orange AI. Okay. Why don't you see if you can grab this gold? If there is gold. Hopefully there's gold. Yes, there's gold. How far away from being able to buy this? We can buy it. That's awesome news. Huzzah. So we skipped like 4 turns. We went ahead and got the mill foundry. What do we want to build next? We don't even have the possibility to grab the library that we were going to build next because we sort of skipped ahead. So what do we want to do here? This would give us 9 gold. It's probably worth working on, although is it worth prioritizing at this point? A Burrow Street would be amazing, but we just don't really have the production for that. We will next turn though. Next turn we're gonna have another, what, 8 production, bringing us up to 28, which can knock that out in, oh, I'm not great at math, but probably 5 turns. You know, we could put some effort into the burrow and then switch when the time is right. What do we want here? This is gonna give us a lot of extra science. It's not gonna give us any extra sea tiles though, which is what we kind of want. You know, I'm thinking this might be better actually to start off with. Yeah, let's do that. Let's focus on getting more sea tiles because we're gonna want the cargo dock really early. Cargo dock is amazing for Morgawr. All right. So it's telling us 8 turns. It'll probably go down to 5 after we complete the mill foundry. Our growth sucks though, so we're probably going to. I don't know how we're going to deal with that right now. We could switch these guys back over to here and just focus on growth. That's going to leave the Burrow Street. Well, you know, the Burrow Street's not super important. I just wanted something to fill the time while I was working on public library. Sure, it's nice to have that burrow. But, I keep saying burrow, but I know it's like burrow, right? Anyways, let's see if we can grab some more cash. That would be sweet. We can't make it down to that river. This also looks like quite an appealing. We want to probably just see if we can conquer this whole southern seaboard. This is obviously the south of the Pangea. And then from there, turn our attention northward after we've captured all the seas around. That's the plan. Alright, Mill Foundry, Burrow Streets. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so it's telling me 8 turns now. That's with all my focus on food. 2 turns till public library. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with that. There's not a whole lot I can do to improve that situation. Okay, we got the boasts. These are cavalry as well. And the eyeless ones. This is who? Looks like the ardent mages. Yeah, okay. So I can go meet them. I don't think there's any advantage to meeting this other civs like there is in Civ. Come on, big money. Nope. Alright, I want you to head back and tell me what's over here. This is plus to influence. That would be a nice luxury to have. There's another one here too as well. Die, yeah. There's another emerald over here too, so I'm definitely going to have emeralds. They're not my favorite, like I said, but, you know, we can always sell them. Anyway. I probably should have moved some guys to science there to try to grab public library a turn early, but Can't min-max everything all the time, although you should. Yeah, okay, so that's the Ardent Mages. They're generally pretty easy to deal with. I don't know how easy they're going to be with the Morgawr, but... Okay, we got a little gold there, didn't we? I kind of clicked through before I had time to really read it. Alright, this would be another nice sea tile to have. 40 dust. Okay, I will take that. How expensive would it be? Yeah, way too expensive. It's telling... It does this weird thing where it says I can move, but I can't. I think you should go jump in the ocean. No? Why don't you come here first? Give me some money. Here's our second fortress. Although I'm not seeing... Okay, there we go. There's the bonuses. So we got 2 fortresses down here that we're going to target for sure. Hero-led army to search this location, and we'll get blood crystals. Meh. I'm not going to be attacking anybody for a while. So it's probably... I mean, it's worth doing. I don't know. I doubt I'll do that, really. What's the reward for researching Vor again? 10 grass silk. Again, that doesn't help me that much. I'm not going to have any trade routes till I discover roads and stuff, so these are really kind of shitty starting quests. Which sucks. It's nice if you can get a luxury resource that actually, you know, helps you out. But both of those seem fairly, you know, unimportant to me right now. Okay, we're about to pick up Public Library. At which point I'm going to probably switch production to Public Library because I want this first. It'd be lovely to buy that. We could probably buy it in a turn or two. And at this point I think I'm going to switch back to production. That doesn't actually help me though. In terms of, well, yeah, it helps me by 1. 1 turn shaved off the Public Library. Which is important because we are researching cultivation next to get some extra food, and that's going to be at 5 turns without the library, probably at 3 turns with the library. Alright, let's just continue down the coast here. I want to see what this coastline looks like. More of this glass steel. So I'm going to have a lot of glass steel. I'm going to have a lot of opening resources, which is great because I've got to outfit my minor factions. I'm hoping there's another minor faction village up there. So that would be 10% to attack, right? I hate how when you hover over the village, it doesn't give you their bonus. I don't like that. Anyway, I'm hoping there's another minor faction up here. It's not telling me that there's anything hidden though, so there might just be nothing. Alright, let's avoid a fight with these Ardent Mages by jumping into the ocean, like Zoidberg style. Which is basically what these things are. They're just like giant Zoidbergs. Urses. Big rumbler infantry. Alright, we'll sail around the stormy cape here. We could pick up some of these sunken ruins as well. But anyways, guys, I think that's about going to do it for this episode. I'm very happy that I restarted. I hope you guys are too. I'm sorry to leave you in the lurch on the last playthrough, but I just made so many mistakes as a result of not playing for a while and all the new updates that had happened that I'm very, very happy to sort of have a fresh start on it. And I hope you guys will join me for the series. It's going to be a lot of fun. Talk to you next time. Bye.